So it's rare for me to catch one of these craft during the day, or when it's sort of semi-light, and I've got one here. In fact, I've included two. This is from this evening, so I've included two here. And what I want you to notice from this one, because it turns into a plane later on, it's not a plane. Notice it's exactly the same as the one we're going to see in the dark. So there's a huge glowing orb of white light. There's no nose of a plane there. That's not a nose plane light. Possibly, very possibly, you might say it's a helicopter front light, potentially, but I mean it's too bright for that. So just watch what happens. It starts to now. It's morphing itself into a plane, and look where the light has gone. It's gone from. If that was the planes don't hover, by the way. So that plane was hovering above the farm. Uh, all you could see was the light. If it was hovering, then the light would have been. You would have seen the nose of it. You didn't see that at all. So it looks like during the day, this is what these things turn into, because that light's going to go out in a minute. It's just going to turn into a black type jet. So whether it's a military aircraft that they're testing around here, or whether it's a genuine UFO, I'm pretty sure it's a genuine UFO, and potentially military aircraft they're testing as well, because there is a British aerospace facility here. So that's now turned into a fully fledged plane. Now, the reason I've included this with the second one is this is one of the best images I've got of one of these flying orb type uh, craft in the evening. I've got lots of them, the one that's coming up at the moment. So that's just drifting off now and appears to be a plane, weird bird flying by as well. So this was taken about an hour afterwards. I've got some great footage from tonight. I've got loads of it to process actually. And this was hovering over the alien farm. You see the farm there, that's the copse of trees where I believe the teleportation area is, and it's just going to come into focus. So there it is. It's going into focus exactly the same as, and that's not out of focus there. That's just had a ripple effect pass through it. And this orb is exactly the same as the orb of light that was on the plane we've just seen before. And this is a superb one actually for some of the stills that are on. I've just pulled 3 stills off it, but we start to see it move. It really seems like these characters. That's again, I don't know what's happening there. I've not seen that on one of it. You can see a character inside the craft there, inside the light. And I was getting the impression, you know, that these guys really want to come out and let us know that they're here. This is what it's appearing to me, because the place was alive tonight. It really was. You know, and it must be apparent that somebody's filming them. They must know that I'm filming them. Look at that. You can see it morphing and changing. The whole pod's morphing and changing. And the characters dance in and out of them, and they seem to morph whilst they're in the pods as well. So there we are. That's just changed shape again. So what I've noticed from these, it seems I still believe that they have the ability to change it, take any shape or form that they want to. They'll have a generic form. It's gone again, see. And when I'm pulling stills off this as well, the images, it seems to back that sort of idea up. Look at that, switched again. And the reason it seems to back that sort of image up is that the characters' faces, the appear to change. And what I mean, but look at that. I don't know what it's doing there. I've not seen that before. I've got one also that I've not processed it yet. They were all over the sky tonight, and one, it looked like a plane with about 6 or 7 lights on it. And I think it's going to be great footage. I've not even watched it. I know I filmed it. I've not even watched it yet. I've not got time to get through all of these. And now we've got a huge, just about a mile away, a huge glowing red light, exactly the same, remember, as on the daylight one we saw, that morphed itself. The light swung into the middle of a craft and it morphed itself into an aircraft. These things are flying around in our skies as aircraft. And when they come out to play at night, they do this, and I think these lights in them as well. It's like a window into the interior of the craft. That was a car going past on the side. So I'd just like you watch this, and I'm tired actually. There's too much of this stuff to do. I've got piles and piles of footage. I really have. So you know, this area is just alive with this stuff, and I'm sure it is all over the UK if people just want to go out and take a look. all over the place if people want to take a look. And we'll look at some of the stills as well. So that's one of the stills. Alien in his pod, clear image of one, notice two behind him. I see two others in there as well. So you've got the clear face of one, and there's a couple of other characters behind him. The most I've seen in one of these pods is about 4 that I've spotted. And this is a pod again. So you can see the base of the pod, or appears to be the base of the pod, as it's switching. Because this is as it's switching from a full circular light, when it splits into two, if you will, and morphs back into a full circle. And this is a couple more shots of it doing the same again. And you can see two characters in the middle there, and the glowing yellow of the orb.